Welcome. You're a nine-race Jew joint. Thank you guys for showing up today. I know we're just getting started, but I think for anybody that's already watching, thank you for popping in. Thank you for being with us. This is the Pickoff Show. This is the baseball show for the White Sox and fantasy on the Jew joint. It's Ray the Barber, your host as always, and I'm always here with the SBC two-time champ, Eric Wilson. He is the reigning undisputed champion of the home fantasy league for us. But hopefully that changes this year. I'm trying to win that bitch. So what's up, E?
Nothing, buddy. Nothing. Super Bowl Sunday's over. It's Monday. Officially, even though it's always baseball season for you and I, it's officially baseball now.
No. Look. Big
nice.
It's baseball season.
Yeah,
that's what it is. It's baseball season, and
100%.
I'm excited.
Cubs and Dodgers pitchers and catchers reported because their season starts a little early.
Did the Dodgers come? I thought the Dodgers go today or tomorrow.
What's that?
I thought the Dodgers go today.
They might. I just saw some of the Cubs guys showing up.
Yeah, the Cubs are there though for sure. The Cubs guys.
But I know because they have that Tokyo series, they're starting a little earlier. So I think everybody's going to be in by Thursday.
Yep, everybody's in by Thursday, and the first full team workouts start on the 13th. So
and I think the first game's only 10 days away, right? Isn't it February 20th something?
February 20th. First spring training game. I can't wait. I just baseball is I don't know. It's like no other. There's nothing.
Well, man, especially just since what I've enjoyed so much has been the journey.
Yeah.
You and I have been talking since COVID, since beginning of baseball COVID, right? So you and I have been now chatting this up for going on 5 years.
Yep.
You remember had to explain to people what OPS meant, what WRC plus meant, what ERA plus meant, what WAR meant, all that stuff wasn't even used.
Yeah, we wasn't even talking like that.
People weren't even using that stuff. And now if you look back 5 years, it's common knowledge now. If you brought up exit velocity and launch angles, people were like, what? I thought you just hit off a tee and you hit down on the ball. Whatever.
Yeah.
Back then. But it's so cool to see the way that people are seeing the games, the way that people are watching the games. All changed and
you've literally hurt people's hearts and changed their minds on how you've destroyed people's viewing of the game because they're looking for other stuff now. There's people that say, you know what, Eric, you've ruined baseball for me, but you made it, you made it better, but you still ruined it by your rhetoric. And then I'm much smarter at the game by looking at metrics the way I look at them now, and then player evaluation for me has become an everyday, all day fucking thing. Yeah. Whereas I literally told you I can't leave Spencer Horwitz on our waiver wire on the home.
Yeah, and I can't. First of all, the fact that he made it there just shows how far our league still has to come. And then the fact that he was sitting there, I told you, I don't have room, and I almost went and got him. I couldn't believe he was sitting there. From the way that we value players, for what our categories are,
that's why
never should have been sitting there. Never.
I hit you. I was like, yo, because whenever I'm doing my evaluations, I'll be like, AE, I'm looking at such and such, and I'll send you a Savant page or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you'll send back some stuff, and then that's how we do our evaluation. Matter of fact, that's how we come up with our rankings. We just I'll say, these are my guys, and then his guys, and then we just kind of
Well, I love the conversation we had over the weekend when I told you what I hated about your team. I'm in our home league, I go, I like this, but I go, I hate this. Yeah. And I'm if I was you, I'd be looking to change this. And we spent an hour chopping it up about what we both believe is right and wrong or whatever. It's fun. It's fun. And in fact, and then to see some of the guys in our league, home league, take the same journey. If you think about it, Caleb was light years ahead of us when we opened
initially.
Up.
Yeah,
Initially, the very first year.
2 years.
You remember, I was in dead last for the first couple months, not understanding our categories, not understanding the deal. Then I'm aha. I go, I get it now.
Yeah. It was my first year ever playing.
Ever since then, I pretty much everybody else is looking up. Like once I figured out this light switch, but then so it was Caleb and I way out in front. It wasn't even like a distant third, whatever. Watch you turn the corner. Watch Keon turn the corner. Yeah. Watching Dan start to turn the corner. Like you start seeing Ian turn the corner. Yeah. Like Ian made the playoffs last year from like a non-playoff. Like starting to see the people starting to understand and watch the game. That's part of the fun too.
That's part of the fun. It's baseball season, but more importantly, it's fantasy baseball season for us.
Yeah.
And you know, I'm excited about the Midwest tour that we're going to be like doing. You're going to come to a couple, I know.
Yep.
But, you know, some of the scumbags, we always going to get in the car and we going, you know, we're going Milwaukee, we going Cincy, we going Cleveland, we're going St. Louis, we're going, and we're just going to be going around the Midwest, you know, just following certain teams, certain players. And just and seeing ballparks, really seeing ballparks.
100%. And then, like, you know, I'll tell you guys too, is like when you go and check it out, most deals, like I took Tiffany and Carter, girlfriend, her son, for like $30. We did like a tour of Kauffman before the stadium and the background and the history of it. It was awesome. So everywhere you guys are going, check and see if they do like a pregame
walkthrough, whatever,
like a pregame walkthrough. Yeah. Like it was awesome.
That would be.
We got to be in the left field bleachers by ourselves for like an hour while they were hitting home runs. Like Carter got like 19 baseballs. Like it was insane.
That's pretty dope. Like
you know,
but that's the thing. But that's
the other thing too is us in our other league in Scouts and Stat Line. Us just going 900 prospects deep.
Yeah.
Spring training means a whole lot different for us now.
Yeah, it does, because we're
gonna know everybody. Like everybody gets up, like I know that guy. We looked at him, you know, whatever. I know that picture. We looked at that. Like, yeah,
it's gonna be crazy.
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. Start it up.
Yeah, it's baseball season, bro.
Yeah,
baseball season. So let's get right to it. This week, we're not gonna do too much like MLB stuff because probably next week, you know, since pitchers and catchers are coming in, so on and so forth, we'll do more MLB centric because we got a lot to cover because outfield is the next position we're doing, right?
Yeah.
And we was going to do top 25. We said no, it nixed that. So we said top 20. And even in that, it was like can't do 20 in one show. So we had to break it up. So we're going to do 11 through 20 this week, 20 through 11 basically. And then we're going to do top 10 next week for outfielders. And it was kind of crazy when I'm doing the list and I'm like, I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Just from certain ADP rankings on certain different sites. So like I looked at Yahoo, I looked at Fantrax, I looked at just trying to see where people were falling. And then finally stumbled upon, you know, the NFBC rankings or ADP.
Which is what we're going off of in a way, right? What we're preparing for.
We're preparing for since we're
drafts. So
since we're preparing for getting a team on the NFBC this year, and we're going off their rules and how they look at players and evaluate players and so on. It was good to use that one as a barometer for our names, right? So, I just thought it was kind of crazy, like some of the names, like for instance, you know, honorable mentions, like we talked about Riley Green. Riley Green is an outstanding. Like he's top 25 for sure, right?
He would make my top 25.
He's top 25, but
we're talking the outfield is such a deep position. Deep.
Yeah. I mean, but you got
to. And when you don't run, and it's not that he don't slug. I'm not trying to. I don't know what they got him projected at 22, 23 home runs.
Yeah,
probably something. It's not that he don't have power, but when you don't run and you're not hitting 30. It's tough to make the top 20.
Right. If you don't run, if you're not getting brought in as runs, or if you're not a let's just say 270 or a 270 340 guy, or 350 guy, you know, you lose value.
Yeah, and that's about right where he's at. Probably 270, 350, but the 22 home runs, like 80 runs scored, 80 RBIs. Looks at his projections, like, don't get me wrong, super useful, great player, but this position is deep.
Yep. So another honorable mention is a guy like Spencer Steer, who's a utility guy. He sees more outfield, right? And I think, where did we do? Has he made a list?
Yeah, he had to make our second base list, I'm guessing.
I don't think he did. I don't think he was on there. I don't think he was
He
on second
might
base.
not have.
I don't think he was on third. I don't think he was on first. I
He
really
might
don't
not
think
have qualified. He didn't qualify at second.
exactly. I don't think we had him on anything. But a guy like Spencer Steer is a 2020 guy, right?
2020 guy. And he's next year, I'm not for sure. When we're doing this next year, we might want to figure out a way, because we threw out a couple guys on this list because we already had them on. Like we didn't put Jazz on, we didn't put Mookie on.
Jazz,
they've already been in other spots.
Yeah. We had to take Jazz and Mookie off. They had outfield eligibility, but they've already been ranked as second baseman and third baseman.
But again, they got Steer is 19 and 15 on Fangraphs. They got him hitting 240. He does walk 10%, a little more valuable in our personal league, or whatever. But also too, I'm nervous in Cincinnati. The way they keep adding talent, they're running out of places for people to play.
Yeah, that has. If you haven't seen Eric, back in December, TJ Frieda was 180 ADP. Now he's all the way down to 260.
Yeah, you saw I caught him in our home league.
Yeah,
because I started seeing all those people they were picking up and started looking like a platoon only type player. And I was like, I'll move on here. I'm gonna move on here. So
yeah, like Frieda.
I'm not saying that some guy don't go hot, but they got so much talent there. I feel like it's gonna be tough to earn at bats there in that lineup.
Yeah, and once again, this is the rankings are a 1-year deal, right? And it's
1 year,
and it's basically, hey, you get this guy, you draft him, and these are what his projections are, and these are where we rank him. Eric and I, where we rank them as we go. And there are other guys who have value, especially depending on your categories. It really depends on categories.
Listen, that's the biggest misunderstanding of fantasy baseball is players have different values in different leagues and of different things. And you have to be able to decipher. Joining two other leagues like I have here recently, with different rules and different stuff in different categories, some players mean more. Spencer Steer means more in our personal league than he probably does in the FBC just because of his walks, and we count walks.
Yeah. I mean, you need
because
somebody.
If you're talking about a left fielder that's going to have 19 home runs and 15 stolen base, nobody cares. That's a dime a dozen in this deal. Dime a dozen. Yeah,
and then you have guys older guys who still produce and have injury that you can, you said it before, where you pick one guy and then you come back and get that guy in the third or fourth, fifth round. You've basically got two all-star / first round picks.
You got to figure the whole name of this game is, first you have to understand the value of the players based off the categories you're playing.
Yep.
And then two, are you capable of beating the ADP on both ways? Who's too high?
Yep.
And you're never taking them, and are you right? And who's too low? And are you stepping up, and are you correct? That's the whole name of this game.
Yeah,
understanding one player might be a top 15 player on one scoring system and top 40 on another one because they changed the rules in the scoring system.
Like a guy like Nine says, Josh Lowe. Josh Lowe is low on the list because he doesn't run.
No, he does. He runs. His problem is one, he's not healthy. Josh Lowe's got.
He runs.
He runs.
I'm thinking about Brandon Lau.
You're thinking about the second baseman.
Yeah, I'm thinking about Brandon Lau.
But I'll give you an example. Let's just talk about why he's here. He's 17 home runs, 26 stolen bases. Is Josh Lowe.
Right.
So I'm playing him over Steer, 253, doesn't walk at all. But the problem is,
how many at bats though?
They gave him 126 games, 546 at bats. So not terrible. The problem with him is his K rate. He K'd at 31% last year, almost 32.
But I'm saying I don't know the last time that Josh Lowe gave us 400 at bats.
Right at 2 years ago, he did 501 and 23.
Okay, so
20 home runs, 32 stolen bases that year.
Okay.
Last year he only did 387, 10 home runs, 25 stolen bases. His biggest problem against the home league, which Nine's in our home league, is he Ks a ton.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let me see. I'll give you the number they got him projected at, but it's going to be a high number. They got him projected at 163 Ks.
Yeah.
So that's the only downside to him. But 17 and 26, the highest home run total they got for 19, and that highest stolen bases is 29. I mean, he could be a 20 and a 30 guy. If you think he's going to outdo these projections, if that's what you believe, through growth, through health, through whatever, then he's a guy you could gamble on. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, and I was alluding to the guys that struggle with health, such as Josh Lowe. But then you got guys like Mike Trout. He's Mike Trout still.
Yeah, right? But he's not going to make the top 20 list, right? Who would ever think Mike Trout wouldn't make the top 20 list? But how do you put him on there?
You can't.
You don't even know what he's going to do. Last year, I was convinced at one point he might win the MVP because he was pissed off and he was stealing bases. People were saying that he couldn't play. And then what happened? Out he goes again, hurt. So I don't know how you can put him on your top. I don't know how you can take the risk of drafting him in the top 20.
Yeah, I don't think you can. At that position, there are healthy.
I mean, he had stolen 6 bases in only 29 games last year.
Right.
So
I remember that. I remember you was talking about. Oh, look, y'all better look at Mike Trout.
Listen, when he started to run, he had 10 home runs in 29 games and 6 stolen bases.
Yeah.
So let's say he plays 150 games. Take this times 5. That's a 50 home run, 30 stolen base season.
That's insane.
He was off and running. He was out to hurt people's feelings. And then, he's dead again, so it didn't matter.
Yeah. So then, once another guy who just feels he's a stat stuffer, Christian Yelich. Yep. But can't stay healthy.
I mean, it don't matter. He'll just screw it up anyway. But I don't want to give Duke any more inside information if he happens to be watching. But the report on Yelich wasn't very good already.
Oh no!
On the health stuff, talked about him not being ready. So.
Oh no!
Yeah.
But that's my number one thing with any baseball player is when they use the word back.
Yep.
It's okay, back issues are always that's one thing about Josh Young down in Texas. He's so young and already has back issues. Or not Josh Young. That's what I'm thinking. Josh Young had a wrist. Who am I thinking about? The other kid, Evan Carter.
Yeah.
He has back issues.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, Yelich normally, no matter what league you're in, he should play. I mean, you're talking about a 280 to 300 hitter. You're talking about a guy that walks 12% of the time. You're talking about a guy that doesn't really K. He hits home runs. He runs. But, you have back surgery. Is he ever going to run again? How's his power going to look?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I traded him off of my squad.
Yeah.
It's too risky.
And then so guys that we took off the list, like I said, it was Mookie for, understanding he's not going to play outfield this year.
Shortstop, and we already had him on a list, right?
And then Jazz.
We had him on our third baseman list.
Yeah. And then
even though he qualifies he'll qualify for the FBCs for outfield too, but we're just don't want to go over the same stats already went off the guys, so we removed them.
Yeah. And then another guy, they have him high, and I told you when I called you, I said I don't like this guy top 20 at all, and that's Teoscar Hernandez. I don't like.
Last year was such an outlier for him, and he K'd so much, and it was a contract year.
Yeah, I think he almost K'd 200 times last year. I want to say damn near 200.
I just don't like his profile in general.
188 last year.
188 Ks.
Yeah. And so in our league, that's a when you playing guy, when I got to play you and I got a guy that Ks that much, I'm getting killed.
Yeah, I mean that's a free square.
Right. Yeah. I got to play Caleb or even somebody like Nine who has guys who don't K.
Yeah.
It's just it's hard. But anyway, let's get to these rankings. It's a lot of stuff we can talk about or whatever. But let's get to these rankings. First guy, number 20. Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds is Pittsburgh Pirates outfielder. I think he just turned 30. I think.
I can tell you right now.
I think he just turned 30.
Yep, he did.
30.
Actually, like a week ago.
Yeah.
127.
Yeah, because I was looking to trade for him.
Yep.
And then like it was 29, and then like a day or two later, I said it's turned to 30. I was like, when the fuck did I didn't never see 30. But anyway, 264, 338, 440, 22 home runs, 80 RBIs, 80 runs, 8 stolen bases, a 114 WRC. He's another guy that's going to just get on base. He's going to run a little bit or more. I think he's going to outrun those projections, honestly. I think he had more last year. He got like 15.
He had 10 last year and 12 the year before that. So,
right.
But they got him down to 8. But
yeah, and
he's almost, if he could cut down the Ks and add the walks, he's almost like a Christian Yelich type player. Like when you see him, you're like, is he top 20? And then you start looking, you're like, oh, he hit 275. Oh, OBP is 344. Oh, he hit 24 homers. Oh, he had 88 RBIs. Oh, he sold 10 bags. Okay, I get it. Like, whatever. So,
no Eloy Jimenez. Wop.
Yeah.
No.
Joey Votto didn't make it either.
No. No. This is somebody else. This is This is Irv. This is either Irv or it's Guido. One of the two.
Oh, I just figured since
not
Line has the worst minor league team of all time with guys like Joey Votto and Eloy on it, I figured that was 9.
It's not 9. Okay, but that's Brian Reynolds. He's number 20. So he was higher, but it was like, nah, we got to move him down.
I just don't know if there's enough upside there without the walk rate, without the giant power, without the giant speed. Like, he's just good, right?
Right. He's solid. Good.
It's not like, oh, my God, he could take off. I don't see that in his profile. Yeah. I see like you're going to know what you're going to get, and this is what you're going to get.
Yep. Number 19, Anthony Santander. Now, before you start going crazy, people, he could be higher, but he has a flaw, right? He has a couple flaws. He does not run. Yeah. He doesn't walk much, and he does K.
All those.
But he went up on walks last year. And
he had an 8.7% walk rate, which is not ideal. You would love it to be close to double digits. He didn't K a ton though last year compared to the year before.
That's what I was saying. He walked more and K less, but he knew it was a free agent.
But he had a monster year power wise, 271 ISO. Like that's what happens when you hit 44 home runs. Your ISO goes up. But it's hard to keep him out of the top 20, even though he really don't run. When last year he hit 44 home runs, 91 runs, 102 RBIs, and even his projections, as you're showing right here, is 36 and 102 RBIs and 86 runs. Like, power still plays. Every league that I've joined, home runs a category. Like,
yeah.
And some leagues they mean more than others. And
then on top of that, like, if anybody wants to do me a favor, I have not done it, but I've had Anthony Santander on my fantasy teams the last 2 years, and he goes to Toronto and he just mashes in the Rogers Center, like he literally mashes in that place. And I was hollering for him to go there, and he went. But he loves to hit there. I don't know what it is about the Rogers Center. Maybe that batter's eye and him are like a perfect pair. He crushes baseballs in the Rogers Center, and they know that. That's why he went out and got him. You pair him with Bo and Vladdy, top of that lineup,
Yeah, no, 44 home runs, 100 runs scored, basically 100 RBIs last year. I think he's got to make the list.
Joey Votto is going to have a resurgent season.
I told him I'm taking him out of our eligibility player pool on Friday when I changed the deal. I'm yanking him so nobody can have him on his team because he's retired.
Yeah, he's retired. Yeah.
So I'm taking him out. He's no longer being an eligible player. He's gonna be in the graveyard of players where he belongs.
All right, number 18, Seiya Suzuki. Now, there's a guy that is a Eric guy. He's an Eric guy.
He's my one of my faves. This is my guy.
This is one of your guys. 264, 347, 456, 23 home runs, 79 RBIs, and 78 runs, 13 stolen bases. You've had Seiya 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
He's one of your guys.
He's Pierce. Talk about a guy that stat stuffs every one of our categories, especially in our home league. But even in most leagues you're in, you're looking at 23 home runs, 79 runs, 79 RBIs, 13 stolen bases, walks 10.11, 11% of the time, hits 260 on the side. Like, yeah, he's fantasy. In my eyes, like you said, this is the kind of guys that I'm going after. These are the kind of guys I'm trying to procure because he's going to affect the game or your categories in a lot of different ways throughout the year.
How many hits did he have last year?
Good question. He had 145 hits.
Look at that. What does that say? White Sox rep.
Oh, yeah. I told you to reach out, right?
They're reaching out. I know what they want, and I told them to give me a call, but I didn't expect them to call today. But
yeah, I saw that came out with a pretty good package. You're the one that sent it to me, right? Like
yeah, it's a damn good package. I'm not gonna lie. That package is cold. I'm not gonna hold you. Justin already got his. I think. I'm pretty sure Justin got his. I think Jay went out and got his like this weekend. He got the 27 games.
I tell you, and you don't get to pick them, right? Or you do?
No, you just like the first 27.
Oh, is that what it is? Yeah.
First 27 home games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I would.
Or it's not open today, but everyone after that is for 27. I don't know.
Because I tell you what would be interesting with the White Sox, just you and I understanding what they're going to do, just to jump ship really fast would be, I'd be really interested in the second half season ticket plan.
Right.
Like once all these vets that are going to sign us up are traded, and now let me watch.
Let
me watch some of the prospects play.
Yeah, I will be there. The moment Noah Schultz gets pulled up, I'm going to his start.
Yeah. I can see him, being a part of the September call up. Him and Smith, maybe, or
maybe
whatever.
Maybe
Meredith will start playing some.
Meredith.
You probably might see Teal. You might see Carroll come the second half of some of the stuff. So.
Yeah, so
that's when it can get a little more interesting.
Yeah. Well, they're Seiya. He's 18. All right, we're going to 17. Brenton Doyle. Now, Brenton had a breakout year, quasi breakout year 2 years ago, but really just like stamped it last year. Like this guy was just, he was just, and he's in Colorado, so it kind of gets swept under the rug. Like Rockies players get kind of. But I tell people all the time, don't be afraid to look out there in Colorado because they got players.
They do.
They have, and they have more coming. They have a really deep farm, actually.
Their future is a lot brighter than it has been.
Right. They got some guys out there that you and I both like. You wanted a guy that I already picked up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's in their farm. And I was just like, I gotta have this kid.
I just can't believe that half of our league is still asleep. Like, I could make the playoffs off the fucking waiver wire. Like, go fucking pay attention. Learn.
So Brenton Doyle, I don't know what he did last year, but projected this year 249, 302, 421, 23 home runs, 80 RBIs, 85 runs, but 28 stolen bases. I think he stole 30 last year. I'm pretty sure.
23 home runs, 30 stolen bases last year.
Yeah.
82 runs scored, 72 RBIs.
Yep. So they got him right there again. And that's valuable. All of those categories are one guy touching 7 categories offensively. So
he's fine in your batting average leagues, which is what he is, a little lesser on your OBP because he does not walk at all. He's a swinger.
Yeah.
But
he had 140 hits last year too.
Yeah. How many Ks did he have?
153.
Yeah.
So that's what, like a 9% K rate?
No, 25.4.
That's how I was thinking walk rate. I was thinking.
Yeah, walk was 7.6.
25.4.
K and 7.6 walks. So not ideal there, but listen, you said it, playing in Colorado, 23 homers, 30 stolen bases, and a 2+50 average plays. It plays. Get you stats. Got to be careful when you have guys like this who you pair it with on your team dynamics.
Yeah, you can't have three of these guys
together.
Yeah.
But if you put this guy with some guy that don't K and does walk, like Asea, for example, it makes sense because it
balances out. Yeah.
Balance is key.
Yep. All right, number 16, Law Dog.
Yeah.
One of my favorite guys. I had him last year. I should have kept him. I don't know. I can't remember why I didn't keep him. I think I did. I don't know if I traded him, if I dropped him.
You did. You swapped him for somebody to make a playoff run a little bit.
Oh, that's right. That's right. But yeah, so Law Dog is one of my favorite guys. 253, 314, 444, 26 home runs, 79 RBIs, 87 runs, 20 stolen bases. He's going to steal more than those. He's going to steal more than 20.
I think he is too. And
the manager during I want to say 2 weeks ago said that he is going to be a thing that the A's are going to become what Ricky wanted them to be, and you know what that means. They're going to run.
Yeah. And moving to that ballpark, I mean, they got him going up to 26. One thing's got as high as 29 home runs. So I mean, if he can hit 30 home runs again, now he don't walk 7.98%, but he don't K a ton either. 24, a little better back control, but. You know, last year was really his first. He played a little in 23, but only 42 games. You would assume he would have some natural progression too, getting 125 games and 450 plate appearances under his belt last year.
Yeah.
So, and moving to that ballpark.
Yeah.
This is a guy when you talk about. Remember, said Brian Reynolds doesn't have much upside.
Right.
This guy would have upside. I mean, it wouldn't freak me out if this guy went 30-30.
No, for sure.
If they're going to let him run more, if they're really going to let him run more, and he's already projected to hit 29 home runs playing in that little league ballpark out in Sacramento, he could go 30-30.
Yeah, they're that ballpark is what the fuck is this shit? Sorry.
Again, 262 average, 253 average, 256 average on projections. So he's going to be fine on your batting average leagues.
Yeah,
they were on your OBP, but
they were in Sacramento.
Some guys have upside in them. Doyle has upside in him. This guy's got upside in him. I don't think Brian Reynolds does. I think the floor is higher.
Yeah.
But I'm going to draft a little more upside. That's why you and I end up with Butler and Doyle ahead of Reynolds, for example.
Yeah, but the whole A's team, they were just out. Like I said, they were all out in Sacramento, just previewing the stadium. The upgrades they're doing to make it MLB, whatever. And they're just they fucking love what they're doing, especially the new batter's eye. They were just everybody was talking about, every hitter was talking about the batter's eye. So I don't know. All I know is that stadium is going to be congruent.
Well, I know the Coliseum was night and day difference, daytime and nighttime, and was not necessarily a ballpark that the people love to play in, but what's funny is the A's are actually, and you never thought you would say this, the A's are actually becoming a little bit sexy in baseball. They got 3 or 4 offensive fantasy guys who you can play. You got Rooker, you got Geloff, you got Butler, whatever. You got Kirk on the way. We playing Seth Brown in our deep league, or whatever, our 30-team league. They got
Jacob Wilson.
Toronto. They got Miller as their closer. All of a sudden, you can tell they're getting ready for Vegas. They don't want to go to Vegas being a 45-win team. They're trying to pump it up.
Yeah, that young kid, Jacob Wilson, is like the new Luis Ariz. He's going to hit freaking 380, some crazy shit, but never hit home runs. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The question is, with a guy like Wilson, does he end up being Nick Madrigal, or does he end up being Luis Ariz? Because that's about his skill set. No power, no deal, no discipline. But
he doesn't run either, so
he
needs to start running.
Yeah.
All right, number 15. A new addition to the outfield rankings because they moved him last year. He was a shortstop, but he's now a right fielder. I want to say right field.
Center fielder.
He's playing center field?
He's playing center field.
Get the fuck out of here.
Nope, 23 times last year.
Okay. 255, 325, 458, 26 home runs, 86 RBIs, 83 runs, 20 stolen bases.
Yeah.
Oneil
Almost
Cruz.
every projection system got him 2020. One's got him 31-20.
Really?
Like 255. You know what I think of Oneil Cruz. You know, like
Yeah, I know you love Oneil. And I like Oneil. I really like Oneil Cruz too. I just Ian's got a lock on him in the home league, and I think that he went fairly early in the 30-man. I want to say he went like 5th or 6th round.
Yeah, he did.
Or 4th round. He might have went 4th round.
You get both eligibilities here. You get shortstop and center field for 1 year. But
yeah,
I mean, if you put his best suggestions together, you're looking at 31 home runs and 23 stolen bases.
Yeah,
hitting 250 again, 260. So a lot of similar stats from the last 3 guys, but another guy that, like, if he hit 35 this year, it wouldn't surprise me. If he stole 35, it wouldn't surprise me. Like,
right.
He's got that kind of talent. He was hurt all of 23. He only played 87 games in 22. Last year was kind of his first full stint. He K'd 30% of the time last year. But if that comes down at all, which every projection's got him under that, not a ton, but under that, like, he's dangerous. He's fun.
Right. I was trying to see where he got selected. Yeah, he got selected 2nd round.
I was going to say probably earlier. You got to remember when we're talking rounds, we didn't do a 12-man league. We did a 30-man league.
30, right? Yeah. He went 2nd round. He went 2-4.
Yep.
All right. Well, yeah. Because I was looking at outfielders too, but he got picked as a shortstop. So, but yeah, you get both positions there. So
yeah, he played 112 games at shortstop, so you're definitely going to be eligible there. They didn't move him too late in the year.
All right, here we go. Number 14, James Wood, my guy.
Now,
I had to learn a lot of valuable lessons about James Wood. The number one lesson I had to learn is stop taking him out the lineup.
Yeah.
Even as a rookie, I suffered and I would anguish because I would take him out the lineup against lefties. And
I'll give everybody a little bit insight into Ray's and I's relationship outside the show. There's nothing more I love than to text him when he fucking sets fucking players and they do fucking good, or like he tries to guess what somebody's going to do and they blow up. I'm like, quit setting fucking stars. Stars are fucking stars for a fucking reason, Ray. Quit fucking doing it.
I would sit him and I'd be so mad at myself. Like, why did I do that? But he was still a rookie.
James Wood's doing good tonight. He's like, I got him on my bench. I'm like, I know. I know.
Yeah, he was a rookie, and I was like, not giving him the just due that now he's getting, going top 50 in damn near every round, every league.
Yeah, in our 30-man dynasty, he was like the 15th player taken overall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like the kid is just he's a tool on top of a tool on top of more tools. That is just, you want to talk about high floor, he's already there, right? And then his ceiling is what? 30-30 perennial.
Yeah. I mean, on here the highest they got him is 22-20, but yes.
I'm just saying ceiling wise. Like, I think he's going to outplay his projections even this year.
The thing you have to love about James Wood, and for being a young guy, being an athletic guy, being as powerful as he is, like, he is disciplined at the plate. You're talking about an 11.6% walk rate.
And that's up. That's up. He fixed that in the minors.
Yeah.
Eric, before that, if you look at his minors, he was higher.
When you picked him, and probably the thief of all times, trade away your 1-1 so a guy could take Jackson Holiday, then you later take James Wood. Yep. Like, dude. Like, but I was like, man, I go, you know me, I'm a chase junkie. I go, he's a chaser. Like, don't get me wrong, I see the skill. Then all of a sudden he fixed the chase, and I'm like, God damn it. Now he's a goddamn superstar. The second he fixed the chase.
He fixed the chase, yeah. He fixed it. And, what'd you say he had last year for a walk rate?
11 point. I'm just going to look something else up. 11.6.
11.6.
And only struck out 28.9 for being a young guy. They got his walk rate staying and his strikeout rate going down. Like, he's going to hit 260, 350, 450, like, according to this stuff. Like, 123 WRC.
Yep.
80 and 80, 18 and 21, according to this. But, again, Could he be 25 all day, every day of the week? Just depends on manager and how he's feeling and how he wants what he wants to do.
I don't know what Davey got planned for him, but Davey got a little squad down in Washington.
He's got a nice, fun young squad. I know that.
Yep. I mean, when is Brady House coming? Who knows, right? They got
I don't even know.
They got a nice little young pitching staff,
But like he was elite non-chaser and I won't say elite, fantastic non-chaser and fantastic walk guy in his first season.
Yeah.
Like he's a stud.
Yeah.
He was a controversy of the first biggest trade in our league. Somebody went out and gave up a landslide for him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. In the 30-man.
30-man some guy went out and gave up basically a franchise for him. Gave up like first 2 picks the next 2 years and like a couple players. Like that's how much he believed in James Wood. Like that was his guy that he wanted to build around.
Yep. And I think James is he's putting in the work. If you've seen videos from the all season, he's been working since December. And that's just another little thing that he did that I hate to say it, but it bothered me that every time he would run, he couldn't run as hard as he could because he was bum fumbling with his fucking helmet.
Yeah, I don't get why. There's so many guys like that. Like, motherfucker, just figure out one that'll fit.
Yeah, right. But now that he no longer has his locks.
But he's now 22 years old too. I mean, come on.
Like if you can't run because you're doing this, this slows you down.
Yes.
Like this is
Ramirez has done it for like a decade. He just knocks it off when he
just do that. Like Manny did that forever.
Yeah, just knocked it off his head.
Like as soon as he took off, here, get that shit off me, and he'll go get it. Once he gets to the base of his needs or whatever he gets, whatever, right? Whatever. Anyway, number 13, young Wyatt Langford should have been 1-1 last year in our league, in our home league. Should have been 1-1. He ended up going 1-2 to a guy that shouldn't have him, but here we are, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
him
and Wood are very similar. I'll take, if I had to go long term, I would take Wood, just because
higher ceiling.
My personal stuff. I don't, Wyatt don't walk as much, but Wyatt's special. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, but Wyatt, I don't think Wyatt has a higher ceiling than James Wood.
I don't think he does either. But for the 1 year stuff we're looking at, I'll take his experience a little bit more than what I'm taking. This was a tough one.
But this is why I think dynasty wise, James Wood is higher than Langford.
He is, and should be.
Yeah. 267, 341, 460, 23 home runs, 85 RBIs, 84 runs, 23 stolen bases. Projected for Wyatt Langford down in Texas. He's like you said, he's a guy. He's a stud. He's just and I think he's going to be even better this year. So
I agree with you. Little injuries last year.
Yeah, little
stuff, but again, he's 23. He can run. He can hit. Power. In a great lineup. Can't really go wrong. I know this was Doc's first round pick. I know Doc loves him in our other league. I think he went 116 or something in our other league.
Yeah, did he?
Whatever Doc was picking. Doc took him in the first round. I think Doc was 16, 20, something right in that deal.
20. Yeah,
120,
yeah. That little pocket was that little pocket in that league was Wood, Caminero, Langford, Holiday.
He's a little ahead of Wood in the bat to ball, but I'll take the plate discipline in the eye of Wood long term.
Right. I got you. Okay, let's move on. Number 12, Michael Harris. Michael Harris is just Michael Harris. He's solidified. He is a perennial fantasy. To me, he's top 10. That's just how I feel about him.
I know you love him. You know why I don't love him. Anytime I don't love a player, you can pretty much guess why it is. But he don't walk.
Nope.
Chases. It's going to allow for slumps, but his bat to ball is fantastic. Like 3% chase rate, 8% walk rate, but he can hit it. He's got good bat to ball skills. It's just this is not my profile of my type of players that I like.
What's his ex-Woba?
He rode all the way up to rolling and almost up to the 500.
Shut up.
I mean, he's under the 500, but if you look at 449 was his last one, but he started off the year terrible, 332, but he's going to slump.
Yeah, if Harris could stay healthy and chill on the chase, yes.
Yeah, that is 9. This is all 9. Like he's just 3%, 3% if you go to Savant, 8% walk. Like, but he's only 23 too.
Is he?
But
time out. Wait. Michael Harris is 23.
23 years old.
Shit. I thought he was older than that.
No.
Holy
he
shit.
came up super young, but he's always chasing. He never walks. And anytime you don't do that, you're going to roller coaster. You're just going to, because you're not always going to fucking bat the ball everything.
I didn't even put his projections up. I said them out loud, but they're up now, people. So forgive me for not clicking the button for Michael Harris.
Yeah, and you can tell the stuff we always talk about. Look at the 46-point differential between batting average and OBP. The guy doesn't walk.
Yeah.
Doesn't walk. But he's going to steal. He's going to hit. I would much rather gamble a couple guys behind him, but I know you like him, but we fought and we kept him out of the top 10. So I'm happy.
Yeah, I think he's top 10, but I think our top 10 is solid. Like you can't. I think when we get to the top 10 next week, I think people would be happy.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on self-improvement of not just automatically being like you suck, you chase, but
yeah,
that's the way that I think. Even though some of these guys have got tremendous bat to ball skills, I'm just like if you chase. Yeah, not for me, or whatever.
Yeah, and I'm the opposite. I'm gonna take a chance on a guy that does chase, but has good ball skills. To
see, I believe it's possible to work on your bat to ball and not change your habits.
Right.
But
right.
You differ a little bit there. So
yeah, that's why I keep.
And when James Wood fucking turns his corner like he did, it's like motherfucker.
Yeah, and I'm hoping the same thing happens with Tolia. Like if Michael fucking Tolia decides to fucking start walking.
Yeah. Well, you know who I'm hoping for both of our sakes is the other Colorado guy that we have is Tovar. If Tovar would quit singing fucking every goddamn pitch, just a little bit. Just a little bit. If Tovar just does that. Yeah. That's insane. Right? Anyway, last one, Jackson Merrill. Eric has a real interesting feel for Jackson Merrill. Caleb loves Jackson Merrill. He thinks he's all world, all pro, and Eric tells him all the time he's not that good. I told everybody when he was going, when the debate was young earlier last year, I told everybody who the best Jackson was.
Yeah.
And people were still trying to stick up for Merrill Holiday. The best one is in the top 10, and he's in Milwaukee. That's the best. That's the best. I told everybody that. People laughed at me, and Ian was on my side or whatever. But again, 14% chase, 8% walk. I looked up the stats when him and I were arguing that day in our deal. The man was 96 out of 100 in bat to ball skills last year.
No.
Merrill was. Do you think he can repeat that? I say no, but we'll find out. We'll find out. It's not that I don't think he's great. It's not that I don't think he can do this stuff, but again, if you're asking me to bet on a repeat performance for a guy that was 96 out of 100 on bat to ball skills, I'm betting against it. If that goes down 10%, you're looking at 250, 300, 20 home runs, 15 stolen bases, and that's not top 11 material. But I know I'm going to have to hear about it every time he hits a home run this year because I've been very vocal that Jackson Merrill is not an elite outfielder.
Well, they got him projected 280. And here's the thing, and we've talked about this all the time, but then after the 280, it's 323.
Yeah.
Why is it not 280? Because he chases.
He chases. He won't walk. So what happens if the 280 is wrong? If the 280 is wrong, the rest of it comes down with it.
Yeah.
Where sometimes if you see a guy that's 250, 350, if he comes down with some points, you're still going to walk. You're still going to get on. Like, this guy is, if he does not repeat the bat-to-ball year that he had on this deal, his profile is very vulnerable. He is 100% pass on me at where he's currently being drafted in the ADP. 100% drafted.
Merrill has a way too volatile.
I like this guy. Who is this guy?
That's 9. That's 9.
Oh.
He just got in a different profile. It's 9.
All right.
Yeah.
How can I be so smart on this profile and so dumb on the other one? This personality of 9 is the 9 that I miss.
Yeah, that's the 9.
Hey, Joey Votto is going to have a resurgent year. I don't miss that 9. I miss this 9.
Yeah, it was this 9 that said Joey Votto would have a resurgent.
Yeah. I don't need that. I don't need that 9.
You need
I
this
like that
guy.
personality. I like the other 9 that actually puts thought into his conversations. Yes.
But 280, 323, 468, 25 home runs, 94 RBIs, 84 runs, 15 stolen bases for Jackson Merrill is projected. But like you said, this guy, 9 said it, you said it. It is hard to project that to continue on that same level.
Yeah,
it's hard.
There's another way he could get there. I mean, he could improve on his chase and his walk, but to me, that's very hard for players to do. And if you want an example as a lifelong White Sox fan, watch goddamn Luis Robert. He can't lay off anything. He never has been to lay off anything.
You're not calling it. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that with you. You're not going to sit here in my face and say that Jackson Merrill is on the has a chance to be Luis Robert.
As far as what? Volatility?
Yeah.
No. He don't chase as bad as Robert.
No. Luis Robert.
Percentages, but now I got to look. So remember this, Merrill's 14% chase. I bet Robert's like 4. Now he's 10. 2% whiff, 2% K. So not only does Robert chase, he don't have any bat-to-ball skills.
Right.
Any case.
And he was top 20 according to the rankings we saw. It was like, nah, fuck that. Get him out of there.
Yeah. Well, what's interesting is, and this is very important, where leagues decide stuff. Luis Robert is the kind of guy that you might want to pick up in a head-to-head league in the second half if you know you're going to make the playoffs, because all of his stats are going to come in bunches.
Yeah.
When he's on and not missing, that's when you're going to see, I don't know, let's see what he's projected at. I'm going to guess he's projected 2020.
He's projected, I think it's 28, 83, 83.
But you're going to see that in he's going to do that in a very small time. The rest of the time is going to be worthless.
Yeah, it might be 23, 88, 88, or 28, 83, 83, something.
They got 28 and 26.
There it
84 to 85.
Yeah. There it is.
You're going to see all those homers are going to come in bunches. He's going to hit 12 in a month, 13 in a month. He's going to so it's like, can he in a roto league? Yeah, tough for this guy. In a head-to-head league, can you get him at the right time in a playoff matchup where he has a stupid week and steals 8 bags and hits 4 home runs? Possibly.
Well,
but 5.9%. Last year, he had a 6.6% walk rate and a 33.2% K rate. It's just not sustainable for success. It's just not.
No. Okay, so that does it for our 11 through 12, 20 through 11 ranking. So to recap, number 20 was Brian Reynolds. Number 20 was Brian Reynolds. Number 19 was Anthony Santander, Tony Taters, or whatever you want to call him. Seiya Suzuki, number 18. Number 19 was Brenton Doyle. Number 16, Lawrence Butler, Law Dog. O'Neal Cruz, number 15. James Wood, number 14. Wyatt Langford, number 13. Michael Harris, the second, number is 12, and then Jackson Merrill is 11. So if you have your own top 10 and you want to put in the comments, go right ahead. if you want to just go on Twitter and tell us what you think your top 10 is for next week, let us know. We'll put it up. We'll talk about it. But we already have it. And it's crazy because like this top 10 has a guy in here that neither one of us think he should be as high as he is, and we're going to switch it.
Yeah, I can't wait to have that debate next time. But
yeah, there's going to be a guy that some people are going to be like, Eric is crazy, Ray is crazy.
Oh yeah, right? That happens every week, though. I mean, that's just part of it. But
yeah, I mean,
there's an automatic when you and I joined the Ducks stat line league. We said there's one guy we are never drafting, and we'll talk about him next week.
Yes, we will.
And that's the guy we're talking about right now. Said I'm never drafting. I don't care if he's falls to me at 30. I'm never drafting.
Yeah, like I can't in a good mindset. There's a guy that I'm staying away from. The whole if it's Soto. Oh, look.
Isn't one I riot? Yeah.
Well, I mean, shit. There's a name. Okay, we gotta look at that. We gotta look at that because where did we put him?
He's not technically an outfielder. That's probably why he didn't fucking make it.
Wait. Time out. Wait. Shit. Him and Ozuna.
They're like utility DH only in some of these leagues.
Oh, but they have to be. There's no category for those two fuckers, man.
Yeah, DH. Some of the leagues you were playing, they got DH. That's it. It's the only spot you can put them. You're just not allowed to put them in like
that's how they are. That's how it is in the 30-man.
Yeah. So that's why.
But I mean, he's not an outfielder.
This is why this is what I was trying to go to. And I don't know how about doing it, but maybe we can ask some of the guys. But like, I feel like we almost need like where does Jazz fall? Where does Schwarber fall? Where does Ozuna fall? Like we almost need like an extra list of like Mookie, like some of the dudes. But
yeah, I don't know. We made a couple moves in our in the 30-man league.
Yeah. So I'm torn there. You and I have been talking about it. I'm kind of torn. I don't know what to do for sure there. But I never played in the 30.
I never played in the 30 either. That's why I told you, let's just chill for right now.
I know, but that's hard for me to do.
Yeah, but we need to chill because we gotta see how the season starts and see how like I believe we drafted well. I believe we scouted well for the minors, and I believe that the trades we made us that much more lethal on offense, and we have a chance to stick with the plan on the pitching side right now. Like just we're good. Like I think we should just.
I'm a little worried about our speed, and I wish we had one more everyday player. But I believe Austin Slater for the White Sox had an everyday player because you and I believe Luis Roberts on his way out of town still.
Yes.
So when he's gone, I believe that's everyday at bats for Slater, and that's kind of the hope. Or I didn't care for the Moncada sign, because we were thinking maybe that Newman might chew up some of those at bats at third. But you got to remember that Neto's hurt too, is short, so maybe he'll get some run there. But I'm just a little worried about the bench. But then you start thinking about it, like it's a 30-man league. Like it's so deep, it's so hard. I love our starters. I'm good.
Yeah. Our starters are, the names are
our bullpen, and that's how we're going to go about it.
Our bullpen is our strength.
Yeah.
Our bullpen's our strength.
Yeah.
I mean, we got Mason Miller, Joel Payamps, Devin Williams, Chad Green, Hunter Harvey, Lopez, Stanek. Like that's our strength.
That's where we went, right? And the fact they lowered the innings down to 20. Now that 9's here, he wasn't here last week. We're just going to try to attack it from the bullpen side only and try to spot start a couple of our younger guys, and hoping they blow up.
Right. So we'll see how that goes. But like I said, I think offensively, we'll be okay. Yeah, I am kind of worried about the stolen bases. But
I wasn't giving up all that stuff that guy was asking for Lane Thomas. I ain't giving up all that.
No, that was an insane trade. You declined it faster than I could.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's
but it's fun. I mean, the fact that it's basically running your own MLB organization, right? We got a 30-man minor league roster, 30 deep, 900 prospects deep.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I made a couple moves. Like I said, I picked up Horowitz, and I also traded for Bybee in the home league. I really, I was shocked I was able to get Bybee. I mean, just a couple moves just to make myself that much more better. And I picked up JJ Bleday because, once again, like you said, and that's another name, right?
Yeah, he's more valuable in our league than the NFBC, for example.
Yeah,
because I think he walked 80 times last year.
Yeah, and he hit what?
He looks good on your roster.
20 bombs, so on and so forth. So
I
just think that, just making those little small adjustments. I'm ready for the season to start. I think you're ready for the season to start. I think everybody, especially in the Scumbag League, they've been clamoring since we opened the fucking league up to get it started. So it's right there.
And then thanks for Kevin to let me join the Underdog League. But like you and I have been kind of talking about it, like salary cap dynasty, like whole new like animal wrinkle to like the whole auction bid style free agency. Like it's a whole new animal or whatever. So I'm excited for that. Like, but these guys make these trades. I just got a trade offer. Like, who's ever doing this trade? Sent me Bubba Chandler, and I have Bubba Chandler and Dylan Cruz on my team.
Okay.
He wants me to give him Bubba and Dylan. He's going to give me Walker Buehler and Hunter Brown.
He's insane. Whoever that is.
No,
he thinks you're the dodo. He thinks you're the dodo bird.
Yeah. Like I got a young team over there, but I'm going to have a lot of cap room and able to pick up free agents and grab whoever I want, or I can swallow a bad contract to get back prospects. Like it's a very advanced steel style of dynasty. Like I'm looking forward to it.
9. He's not going to remove him once the league opens. He gets removed regardless because he is retired.
Photo, yeah, he's gone.
Yeah, sorry, no. It's nobody's going to do it. Fantrax is going to do it. They're going to take him off Fantrax.
He's no longer going to be around. Once we do the draft, he's going to fall off.
He said he would get unruly, but like once the league starts, like he's gone anyway.
Yeah, I don't think people have understood. And if any of our home guys are watching, be very careful because like the eligibility on players isn't correct yet, and like the player pools aren't correct yet. But once we adjust the draft and we start officially the next year, Votto is out.
Yep.
And like some of the eligibility will change. Like
change, yeah.
Butler won't have third base and outfield, for example.
The outfielder, yeah. Yep. So, this was fun. I can't wait for next week when we do the top 10 outfielders. And I can't wait for the pitching. I'm going to reach back out to Thomas, see what his eligibility is so we can get him on the show.
Yeah, that'd be fantastic having him on.
Yeah, Thomas is Thomas Nestico, TJ Stats on Twitter at TJ Stats. He's going to come on and he's going to, talk to us about how he does his stuff and come up with stuff plus in his rankings. And it's pretty dope. If you don't follow TJ Stats on Twitter, he does outstanding work. Shout out to Thomas. Like I said, I'm gonna DM again and just be like, yo, we're gonna do it on such date. But he goes through pitches, every pitch for every pitcher, everything that you want for pitching, he lays it out there.
It gives you a chance. The thing I love about it, it's a great way just to like do your own scouting. You and I look for different things in pitchers. That's one category. You and I are very different in the approach, but it allows you to scout the type of pitchers that you want to go after because of the breakdowns.
And that's why I'm
easy to read. Yeah, I'm looking forward to having him on for sure.
Yeah, and I'm not going to like Spencer Arrighetti, like just for example, just because of the work he did, I was able to find Spencer early, and then when he did his thing, it confirmed everything that I thought I saw in Spencer, and it's just Spencer has just been a guy, right?
Yeah.
And now Spencer Arrighetti, I think, is going to take off, and
Well, I think it's something else that's going to be great for you and I this year too. Is for the spring training we were talking about. StatCast is almost in every game, every ballpark.
Almost, yeah. Now. I saw that.
So we'll be able to get a lot of data on a lot of young people and a lot of stuff. So that'll be interesting.
It's up. They said it's up to I want to say 80% of the games will have StatCast.
Yeah.
So that's dope. That's dope. But anyway, that's the show, guys. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you guys for being here.
Thanks for interacting. Thanks, Nine. Go drop Votto now so you don't have to deal with it later. Just rip the Band-Aid off. Rip it off.
He said he's blaming you.
I know he is, but I can't wait for that day to address
Yeah. So but for real, thank you guys. But this has been the Pickoff Show. Thank you guys for supporting the Fair Catch crew earlier today. Thank you guys for supporting all the shows on the channel. I saw that the bad guys went last Tuesday. I didn't see the show till yesterday, but those guys always do a great job. Shout out to Nine, Jay, Mac, everybody that pops over on that show. Dan with his show and Greg with his show. So keep supporting. If you're on YouTube, please hit that subscribe button for us. We'll really appreciate it. Thank you for liking, hitting the thumbs up and all that good stuff. We appreciate you. And we're going to cut the lights off up in here, right? So that's it. Thanks, you guys. Everybody.